Hello everyone, welcome to TalentSprint. In this session of geography, we shall discuss the solar system. So what do you mean by solar system? Why it is called solar system? We shall discuss all those things. Okay, in the last sessions we have discussed what is universe, what is the origin of universe, what is the most accepted theory for the origin of universe, that is Big Bang theory. Yes, now we shall discuss what is actually solar system. So you can see on the screen, this is a solar system and who is the head of it. All those things we shall discuss in this session. So let's get started. So first, what was the origin of solar system? What was the cause of actually solar system? We have actually studied the origin of universe. So universe was created from a single large cloud of masses. So when there was a Big Bang, all the masses have split over at different places. So one of the galaxies is a Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so from that Milky Way galaxy we have the actual solar system. Why it is called solar system? Because sun is the head of this solar system. So the origin of solar system took place 4.6 billion years ago. Actually Big Bang theory has happened 13.7 or 13.8 billion years ago, but origin of solar system took place around 4.6 billion years ago. Why it is called actually Milky Way? Because when we boil milk, so what we see on the actual top layer of the lid, we see some gases flowing out. So like that, when we see in the universe, the solar system looks like a milk boiling in a pot. That's why it is named as Milky Way galaxy. There are a lot of galaxies in the universe. So one of the galaxies is the Milky Way galaxy, and in this Milky Way galaxy we have the actual solar system with the sun as the head and all the planets, that is 8 planets, asteroids, comets revolving around this sun. So clear about this origin of the solar system. Moving on to the actual solar system. What is this solar system? So solar system has the sun as the head, that is actually star. What is the difference between star and planet? Star can emit light because of its chemical reaction which is going on inside surface, but planet cannot emit light. Planets, moons, like that, asteroids, comets, they cannot emit light because there is no chemical reaction which gives light. Clear with this? Okay, so sun is the head of this solar system and everything orbits around it. That's why it is called solar. Okay, Helios is related to sun. This is a Greek word. Okay, moving on, what are the parts of this solar system? So it includes 8 planets and their natural satellites. We call them as moons. Satellite is one which revolves around a planet. It may be natural satellites, it is moon, or it may be artificial satellites which we send into the space. Okay, so it also includes dwarf planets, small planets in the asteroid belt outside of Neptune. After the 8 planets we have some small planets like Ceres, Pluto. Okay, and we have asteroids between Mars and Jupiter. We shall study in detail about them. And also we have comets and countless particles in the space. So every object in the space is called as celestial object. Okay, clear with this? So galaxy involves a lot of things, like not only stars, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, debris, all those things are part of galaxy. Like that we have lot of galaxies in the universe. So one of it is Milky Way galaxy, and in that we have solar system. So moving ahead, we shall discuss about the solar system in detail. So nearest to sun we have the first 4 planets. Those are called terrestrial planets. You can observe on the screen: Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. After that we have asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Okay, so after asteroid belt we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. These are called outer planets. The first 4 are called inner planets, next 4 are called as outer planets. And we have, after the 8 planets, we have Pluto, a dwarf planet. Earlier we used to consider Pluto as a normal planet. So the main reason the International Astronomical Union, that is IAU, has de-recognized Pluto as not a planet. okay, in the year 2006, because it did not complete one revolution. And there are so many planets like Pluto after Neptune. So that's why it was not named as a planet. It was removed as a planet. Clear with this? And we have Kuiper belt after Neptune, and after Kuiper belt we have Oort cloud. We shall discuss all these things in detail. We have asteroids, comets, meteors, all those things we shall discuss in detail. So now coming to the inner planets or terrestrial planets. So what are those inner planets which are closest to the sun? First is Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, and then Mars. They are solid in nature. They are not gaseous. Okay, clear with this? They are solid in nature. Their outer surface is in solid in nature. That's why they are called as terrestrial, that is related to mud or land. Okay, so that's why they are called terrestrial planets. And next 4 planets after the Mars is outer planets or Jovian planets. Jovian means Jupiter-like planets. Okay, these are gas giants. Okay, these are not solid planets. What are those planets? Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Jupiter and Saturn are called gas giants. Okay, like helium and hydrogen dominate in these planets. And next comes Uranus and Neptune. Uranus and Neptune are called ice giants because they are frozen in nature, because they are very far away from the sun. Okay, the last planet in the solar system is the Neptune. That's why they are ice giants. Clear with this? Moving on, the time for rotation. What do you mean by rotation? Rotation means rotating around its own axis. I've told you why they rotate, because they were separated from a moving object. Okay, so to conserve their angular momentum, every planet rotates around its own axis. Clear with this? So most of the planets will rotate around its own axis from west to east. But only Venus and Uranus, they rotate from east to west. They in retrograde rotation. That is called retrograde motion. Clear with this? Retrograde. R-E-T-R-O-G-R-A-G-R-A-T-E. Sorry. R-E-T-R-O-G-R-A-D-E. Retrograde motion. Opposite to the normal direction. Only Venus and Uranus rotate from east to west. Remaining all the 6 planets rotate from west to east. Clear with this? So the Mercury takes the very lesser time, that is 59 days to complete one rotation, and Venus takes the higher time, that is 243 days for its rotation around its own axis. And coming to revolution, revolving around the sun is called one revolution. All the planets revolve around the sun in anti-clockwise direction, all of them. Okay, so which takes lesser time? Obviously it will be Mercury, because it is nearest to the sun. All of them revolve in elliptical orbit, not circular orbit. It is elliptical orbit. Okay, don't think sun will be exactly at the center of all the planets. Okay, it is not the case of the ellipse. Okay, and obviously Neptune will take the higher time, that is 165 years. Okay, clear with this? Moving on to the sun. This is the head of the actual solar system. So sun is a life for the earth itself. Yes or no? Okay. So moving on, this is our sun. It is a burning star. Yes or no? So because of these burning reactions, we get the light from the sun. Okay. So moving on to the facts about the sun. So what are the facts about the sun? It is the heart of our solar system. It is a yellow dwarf star. Yes or no? So how the planets are revolving around it, why they are in perfect orbit, why they are not falling out of it? Because the gravity pulls the planets towards the sun. The sun's gravity will pull the planets towards the sun. Okay, so all the planets must to move towards the sun. Then why they are not coming towards the sun? Because whenever you are in circular orbit, there is a force called centrifugal force. One is centripetal force, which will be pulling towards the center, and one will be centrifugal force, which will be pulling out of the center. So when both of them are acting, here the centripetal is gravitational force and the outside force is centrifugal force. When both are pulling in other directions. So planets will be in perfect orbit. They will not fall out of the orbit. They will not move towards the center, or they will not move away from the center because of these two forces. Clear with this? Okay, so like that there are many stars and many galaxies in the universe. So sun is one of the stars in the actual universe. Okay, so it is the head of the solar system. Okay, mainly we have hydrogen and helium gases in the sun. Okay, and moving on to some of the other facts about sun. Don't think sun will not rotate around its own axis. Sun will rotate around its own axis. Not only planets, sun will also rotate, because it is also part of a moving object. So to conserve angular momentum, it has to rotate, but it will be different at different places. Okay, at equator it will take 25 days, and at poles it will take 36 days for its rotation around its own axis. Clear with this? So what is the temperature of the sun? It is 15 million degrees Celsius. Too hot. Yes or no? Okay, so clear with this? So this is about sun. Moving on to the first planet nearest to the sun is Mercury. Okay, so this is the actual Mercury, the photo taken from NASA. Clear with this? So some facts about Mercury. So Mercury is the smallest planet in the entire solar system. Okay, it has very lesser weight or very less density compared to all the planets in the solar system. It is the nearest planet, is the first planet from the sun. Clear with this? And it has no moons and rings. No rings, no moons, and no moons means no natural satellites. And it takes 59 days for one rotation, and one revolution it takes 88 days around the sun. So 59 days for revolution and 88 days for one revolution. Sorry, 59 days for rotation and 88 days for revolution. Okay, so NASA has sent some of the spacecrafts like Mariner 10 and Messenger to study the Mercury. Why these are important means these are important for examination. They may ask you Messenger was sent to which of the following planets. So it's Mercury. Mariner 10 and Messenger are some of the aircrafts of NASA which flew past the Mercury. And what is the distance between Sun and the Mercury? It is 58 million kilometers. Okay, this smallest distance from other planets. Okay, so this is the first planet from this Sun. Moving on to the next second planet from the Sun is Venus. Okay, this is actual Venus. So some facts about Venus. So Venus is the second planet with the distance of 108 million kilometers from Sun. Okay, it also has no moons and rings, and it takes 243 days to complete its one rotation about its own axis. And it takes 255 days to complete one revolution around the sun. Okay, and some more facts about Venus is we have already discussed. For rotation, it will move from east to west. Okay, Venus and Uranus both move from east to west in the retrograde motion. Clear with this? So when does sun arise in Venus? So it arises on the west and it sets in the east, both for Venus as well as Uranus. And Venus is called as Earth's twin. This is a very repeated question in many general studies examination. Which of the following planet is called as Earth's twin? So Venus, because it has same size and shape with Earth. And Venus is also called as morning star or evening star because it shines brighter in those times, in the mornings and in the evenings. Clear with this? So these are some of the facts about the second planet from the Sun, that is Venus. These are all for part 1 of solar system. We shall continue in the next session. Thank you so much.